Alrighty, back on a Wednesday to continue some more Dread Illusion and Stormpike. That's from a game called Vapor Trail on the Genesis. I mean, honestly, sometimes by the way the sound card sounds, you can kind of tell what system it is from. The Genesis definitely has that ding to it. But yes, that's the game's called Vapor Trail. It's called Bloody Road is the name of the song, but I've never heard of the game, but now I definitely am gonna leave this thing paused on whatever game this is so I can look it up after stream and find the entire soundtrack and save it to my ever-expanding list of video game music. But yeah, yesterday we did some more Dread Illusion as well. Ended up getting to the Clockwork Kingdom. Well, we were already there, but we finished off the quest in the Clockwork Kingdom. We brought the memories back of the guy we were supposed to recruit. We found out who the person who was we found out the identity of the missing daughter and found out that the missing daughter wasn't just missing but also multiplied 6 times with 6 different variations of her created by the Clockwork King. And then we taught the Clockwork King consent because he keeps disappearing people and multiplying them. And we needed to be able, so he has to ask permission to do so now. And now people should also be getting their memories back about what the king has been doing. In fact, the endless winter that was going has stopped. However, in our talk with the Clockwork King, he did make it sound like everything it was doing was for a reason. But the reason seemed to also be madness. So who knows? Maybe it really was trying to defend itself in the future from breaking down. Or also, it could just have completely lost its shit and decided to do whatever. Because it seemed to be doing things by oddly committee, even if they didn't matter. But we are now out of the Clockwork King's domain. And we are now into the Undead Realm. The realm of the Endless. I do not know what they're going to want here, but we're going to be finding that out soon as we continue to explore the Deathless Realm. And when they mean Deathless, they... Oh, hello, giant mollusk. I have not seen you before. That's neat. But when they mean endless, they mean endless. These zombie bastards apparently cannot die, or at least regular people cannot die. But they kind of do and turn into ghosts. I'm unsure of what makes some not and some transform and some not die, and who knows. But you know what? I assume the game's going to let us find out. The resident scratches at the painful crystalline growth which protrude from the left eye. I just want this nightmare to end. What happened? I can feel it in my face. She's inside me, crawling out. There's a woman inside you? Pieces of many people together. She's filling my face up with sharp corners. Stay out of the mines. She wants to grow. I just want this nightmare to end. Who are you? This question distresses him greatly as he begins to whimper. Who was I? Perhaps. No, that can't be right. I think I was a foreman. Or a miner, maybe? Or was I a soldier? I remember being a young boy when the Crusaders came and... No, it must have been his mother. But that can't have been me either. Some of these memories aren't mine. I'll see what I can do. Okay, so something in the mind is implanting bits of itself into people. And assumably giving them memories. Although, kind stranger, I will not obey your wishes. And I will, in fact, go into the mine. But seriously, who doesn't go into the mine after being told to do so? Do you know how much ore I could find in there? Yep, I was waiting for that to be a revival. So is that a... Yes, that is a way up. Good, good. I didn't exactly start in the way up. So before we go in the mine, let's get the little shortcut active, just in case I don't forget. Okay. Yeah, that's where that guy was wandering, and this is why I originally came through. I think, right? Or not? Ooh. Okay, so I haven't... I thought I, Oh yeah, I didn't get any to show up. Maybe I need to find a cartographer to allow me to. But yeah, I haven't gotten anyone to, anywhere it's asked me to map. Yeah, because this is where I started. Oh, did it just grow? No, it still needs to regrow. Yeah, because that's where I went down the long way. But yeah, no one's asked me to take out my book and start my map yet, so... Either I haven't found it, or I need somebody to tell me I can do it. But, oh well, he asked me not to, but I'm doing it anyway. Let's see, we have a crystal mommy hanging out in the caves here. Let's see if we can find her. Alright, that's the teleporting mirror that you'll find at the end of the teleport is back here. Hello, ma'am. I'd like to talk to you about quartz and what they can do for your libido. That goes on for pretty far. Let's talk to the guy first. This is a sacred place. You shouldn't be here. My siblings will kill you. You better leave. She knows what you are and what you intend to do here. What do you suspect I'll do? We do not suspect. We simply know. Our mistress reveals the truth with absolute perfection. You better leave. She knows what you are and what you intend to do. What happened to the mines? Mines? Have you been blinded by a dark curse? These are not mines. They are more akin to the inside of a fertile egg. You better leave. She knows what you are and what you intend to do here. Who is your mistress? My mistress is the one who will save this accursed region. She will heal us of the weight that we've carried so long. You better leave. She knows what you are and what you intend to do here. I must go. If I ask who you are, you're going to say her, so... Probably. Let me guess. Locked. Shocked. Alright, don't mind me, just getting out of here the long way. Probably quite a long way, if you ask me. Ah! No! Oh yeah, let me get my throwing knife set back up on the bar. There we go. Since I'm not really going to need the map inside here. so something has changed. More glorious silk. Once I actually get some armors to update. True, war does never change. Except when it gets more advanced. And then it completely changes, which it does happen a lot. Especially nowadays. Like, oh god, war has changed. That always was a funny line. Like, so it's like, okay, so war never changes? Alright, so we're still lining up with our horses and cavalry? We're still lining up with our muskets? Like, goddamn, the difference between war now and World War II type war. We're never gonna have a World War II type war again. It's gonna be all drones all the time. Hey, buddy. Club only final destination. Ooh, what did I get? That was a bag. Oh, silk. Okay. And not just any silk. Glorious silk. Damn. Mighty big cavern you got here. Excuse me, ma'am. May I touch your crystals? I'm gonna assume it's locked. Yeah. Ooh. Well, we'll be up there shortly. Alright, so we're taking bets. Is this going to be somebody who's in the crystal? Is this going to be the crystal itself? Is this going to be a whole bunch of people slowly drifting into the crystal? It's the voice of the earth itself. Ooh. There you go. I don't know if I was missing or if I just wasn't charging up the arrow enough for it to count. Oh, yeah, my stamina is draining. Don't want to accidentally lose half my health, or half my stats, although I do have a way of slightly getting around that nowadays, since I got that nice little locket. Okay, so that probably leads up to that long winding path that I saw before, which I kind of do want to see. But maybe this is the dead end. Or something important at the end. Alright, good enough. I'll take some fine ore. Long run, but I'll take it. Yeah, I did get everything there. Oh, no, that's a person. I do like it that the NPCs aren't attackable, so you can't just start shit by accident. The game. Alright, so they actually have like an invisible wall around them that stops them from being interacted with. Also, I think it's neat that the arrow is just whatever model is used in the bow. That's cool.
Astounding. Everything is being made clear now. How marvelous. I can see it.
She stands in awe of the visions before her. What do you see?
A body amalgamate. Abstract geometry and structure. Perfect in its form, steeped in sorrow beyond compare. The true form of the divine. The great continuum of all that is.
Who are you?
I was once a child. Many children. We committed evils beyond redemption. But these are her memories now. 1,000 perspectives refracted through her. We remember being devoured, remember dying, but we also remember devouring. That is what really inside these crystals, you know. Old wounds. But she is merciful, showing the truth even to a wretch like me.
What does she want? She pauses as if listening to the answer. Listening for the answer.
It isn't so simple. There's so many of her. She wants to save us from our cruel fate. We endless are all caught in this great misery, toiling away in a place without gods, eternal mourning on an island of graves. The tragedy of the Crusades hangs over this island like a grand condemnation. But there's something else. It's difficult to explain. She wants to heal, too. More than that, she wants to escape. There's rage there. Almost like a cornered animal, or a man in a cage. But she is merciful, showing the truth even to a wretch like me.
Is she a god?
One day she will be. Soon, perhaps. But she is merciful, showing the truth even to a wretch like me.
Take care. All these sleeping bags and can't sleep anywhere. Damn. Too bad they're all owned. I did play Fallout 1 not too long ago. And by not too long ago, I mean like 2 years ago now? I wonder if I should play Fallout 2. I'm pretty sure I have that. The game's like, hey, I know you put up points in lockpicking at the very beginning and it's been carrying you, but we're gonna need to chew through some of those infinite lockpicks. Cause see, it just wants to keep giving me more. And it knows I can't take them if I don't have room. Are these Apostolic Union soldiers? I think so. However, for people here in the Undying Lands, a lot of you keep dying to my sword. At least I think it's death. Something's claiming you. Okay, so this is for the gate that's far down there. Right? Yeah. So this was the right way to go. So let's head back. That annoying thing when you're trying to walk first person while taking a drink with your other hand. So you just take it off the mouse, and now you're like, well, I hope nobody notices that I'm going hands-free for a second. Hey, you stand there and get hit, damn you. I'm trying to throw a knife into you. How dare you dodge me when you're 2 feet in front? Ooh, more Emberian ore. One more, and I can actually upgrade one item to Emberian status. Excuse me. It's not that much of an upgrade, but it does make them look pretty sick. Although, I guess I do need to... I thought there was a hidden item there. Although I guess I do need to see... If we go to town here, I had the regular sword. I bought this great sword in the clockwork. I wonder if there's another one in the other place. Or if there's even a different style of weapon, different kind of weapon, if it even has better stats. Mostly just to kind of find out what it looks like. Even if it's less damage, if one looks cooler than the other, I'll definitely choose it. Oh, it is shut tight. Okay. Okay, so this path actually was a dead end, and I was doing the right thing after. Okay. I mean, I can slide down the wall if I wanted to. But let's see. Yeah, okay. Yeah, nothing else. Alright, wall sliding it is. Oh, wait, no. Potion mist? That means I never went here. Ho ho ho. Or I was just blind when I did go through here. Oh? Oh? He awakens from a state of meditative prayer. May ye be blessed. Who are you? I am midwife of New God. The sculptor has entrusted me guardian of the hymnal chamber. May ye be blessed. Tell me of the hymnal chamber.
The hymnal chamber lies through this gate. It is a place of sacred ritual. By our faith, her dream becomes possible. By her dream, all dreams. May ye be blessed.
I'm here to show my devotion. He looks at you and closes his eyes. After a long pause, he nods his head in acceptance. He silently unlocks the gate to the hymnal chamber.
May ye be blessed.
Before we go any further down here, there's like a whole bunch of other places I haven't gone yet. But I guess some of those we'll have to take care of later. Like seeing where that one door that I opened up goes. But where does this elevator take us? Outside to a different entrance slash exit. Interesting. And what's his name is still throwing a tantrum somewhere underneath. Alright, we're not gonna worry about that. We're gonna go back in. I was gonna say, watch it be locked. Oh, damn, you gotta go all the way back again. This way. Oh, hello, money. Excuse me, lads. Nothing to do here. Just going to pray with my longsword. Nope. Hey, this isn't praying I've ever heard of. That's how it's gonna be. Well, say your prayers. No. There, you got him. Oh, you fool! You don't even have a bow! Anybody, welcome back to Gauntlet. I like food. Rusty helm, 10 armor and 10 attack. A rusted helmet likely to be found on many battlefields. Since the God War, the Sky Realms have seen a sharp rise in dogs of war, who sell their sword to the highest bidder. They are often ill-equipped with armor like this. I assume that is for like one of these positions? No. It's the helmet slot. You fool. get back the heat. Ooh, nice. Okay. There really is some nice, it's like, aha! Here's a basic helmet that's slightly rusted. I've already got my great scholar's cap. I don't need this. So this place that I had to prove my... Well, I didn't really have to prove anything. I just talked to him. That was a sacred place for prayers. I just stroll in, kill a bunch of people, take some more, and leave. You know what? I like it. My say your prayers joke is more accurate than I thought. Nope, nope, nope. There we go. Whew. Just gotta press hard enough into the wall to not fall. Suck it, gravity. Wait, I opened this before. Did I have to hit the button again? No, okay. Once I opened it once, it's permanently unlocked. Good, good, good. Also, you know what? I'm gonna treat myself. I'm gonna use a health potion. Yeah. Because everyone knows melee weapons are only for breaking crates open. And nothing else. Oh, there is a bed here. That's neat. You know what? We'll take it. What is a skeleton's favorite bed? A memory bone mattress. Boop. Alright, fine. You might not be a box, but I'll use my sword on you. Give me more iron. I'm going to need it for upgrading all the different houses I'll need, and if there even are new weapons. thank God for the teleportation mirror out of here when this is all done. This place is long. Skill too low. I'll show you skill too low. That door ain't got nothing on me. Oh, there's a couple of them around too. Ooh, okay. Very nice statue. Dun 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 dun. Uh-oh. Dun 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 dun. Wait, you've got two wings. You can't play that theme. How do I? There we go. My iron. Or not. How about I crouch and then no, just no, that's fine.
I am the sculptor, Lucia. The crystal goddess told me he'd come.
You sculpted this?
Aye. I was the first to hear it through the rock walls. Biggest pocket of pure crystal any of us had ever seen. I knew the shape she needed to take. It felt like I was born with it in me, so I started carving in secret.
I'm here to swear my loyalty to the crystal goddess. You have to end this madness. Goodbye. I'm here to swear my loyalty to the crystal. Why is this an option? I don't even know what loyalty means to the crystal goddess. I don't know anything about this thing yet. Sure, I'm here to swear my loyalty to the crystal goddess. She grins.
Glad to hear it. To complete your bond, go before her and pledge your devotion.
Lucia teaches you a series of ritual hand signs needed to complete the pact. You have to end this madness. Alright, well, okay. So, I feel like this is something that is meant to be done with more context. And I don't think I have the context for this yet. Because nobody here has given me the context. Alright, so some money for later. You stand beneath an intricate crystal statue. It exudes an unmistakable psychic weight. Admire the statue. Admire the statue. Smash the statue. Pledge your loyalty to the crystal goddess. Leave. Admire the statue. Remarkably crafted and positioning of each arm and leg clearly carries deep meaning to the artist. The identical lower face peers out from between her legs as if being born. The word self-begotten floats through your mind. The longer you look, the more admiration you feel, not just for the artist and her achievement, but for the crystal goddess herself and all the depths that she carries. Huh. Okay. I don't... Like, look. I don't know what any of this is. You know what? I already got a piece of machinery in my head. Why not jam a crystal in there as well? And over here, you. Pledge your loyalty to the crystal goddess. Before performing the ritual which Lucia taught you, you wonder, are you sure this is the choice you want to make? A pact such as this cannot be broken. Perform the ritual hand signs and devote yourself to the crystal goddess. Reconsider your options. Reconsider your options. Okay. I don't know what any of this means. I don't know what pledging my service would do, what destroying it is. I'm going to assume we're going to get a quest that's going to tell us to come here and interact with this. But right now I have our favorite word, no context for this. So the thing is, where's the quick teleportation door so I can get out of here? This looks, I gotta get the long way to get out of here. But maybe if I smash it, it'll just fix itself. But I don't know what it's for. Do I have a, like, is there a quest for it, maybe? Below the Endless, you have found the statue of the crystal goddess deep in the Endless Mines. Will you pledge your faith, or will you find a way to destroy it? Yeah, I don't... Once again, I got no context for any of this. The entombed one is said to be locked way below the Castle of Ribs in the town of Sepulture. Someone in the castle might know more. Huh. Well, do I really have to walk out of here? Oh boy, here we go. You're not walking, you're running. One is clearly better than the other. Okay, so we're back to here. So I can either go out the way I came, or take that one route for another entrance. Let's just go out the way I came. I know there's a lift up there as well that takes me up. Okay, well, I don't know what all that's for, so we'll come back down here when I do know why I might want to be here. All hail pyramid power. Ooh. Oh, nope, nope, you guys angry. It's a lich in there and everything. That looks cool. That's right. Get out of here, KT. I haven't killed you in so long. I do kind of miss it. Like maybe taking down KT once a month would be fun. Urn of Anguish. This urn is deathly cold to touch. It's sealed tight. An inscription reads, "Here are the ashes of untold numbers of endless, who were burned by the living in the years of devouring. May the gods have mercy on us all." Gained Rusty Greatsword. Oh, you mean the thing I already have and upgraded? No, the game's laughing at me. I didn't need to buy this thing literally like 10, 12 hours ago. No. I could have gotten it for free. Yeah, they're halfway into they're dying and they just poof out of existence. Poof. Oh, I'm taking a bit of a cap. Or a Death's Veil. I'm gonna assume that's a special item I got out of there. You fucking idiot. We tricked you. You know that gold that you have almost endless amounts of and you can just keep spending on anything you want? Yeah? Aha, we got you to waste some of it. I know there's the other area in the mine, which takes you out to a different area. Maybe I should go back down there just to take the mine in the opposite direction. Yeah, the more I keep trying to talk myself out of it, the more I keep talking myself into it. Maybe it also leads to something cool. So we're going back down this way. We zoom up here. Then this way, I think it's this way around. This leads us through these halls, which will eventually take me back to where I need to go. I think. Yes. Here and around. Nah, I haven't added that sound to my soundboard yet. Bruh. Although I should add the goblin death sound to my soundboard. It's the fuck with it. Alright, so we'll come out this end. Which, since I don't have any landmarks on my map yet, I don't truly know where this is in comparison to where I got out from the other exit, so... But the fact that none of these landmarks have asked me to map it makes me think I do actually have to find the... Oh, was I already here? I was already here. Is that just... Yeah, that's... Okay. So that entire way down there is just a dead end. That passage just leads me closer up back to where we had to go back around the mountain. Okay. At least I know now. Here we go. Finally, something wants me to landmark it. Maybe? No? You not want me to landmark it? What? Alright, where do you want me to be then? There we go. So the waterfall was the notable spot? Ah, it's the first waterfall with something behind it in this game. That's why it's a notable spot. Oh, there's crafting. I'm not gonna upgrade the helmet. It looks neat and will give extra stats for combat, but not really looking for combat stats right now. Plus, I got my fancy hat on. Yes, more fine ore. Very nice. Oh, yes, first try. And now watch, we need a key. Yeah. I'm in, but not really. Nope, can't go in here either. So, it's a back entrance, but not really a back entrance. Also, haha. Oh. Oh. It was a you needed to kill something entrance, I guess. Need a key to get in there, huh? This way to the city of Sepulture. This way to Cadaver Keep. This way to the Flesh Farms. Please visit the esteemed Penitent Thaw for inquiries. Let's head to the town and find out what's going on and grab some quests. You regard here, or are you going to attack me? Okay. Oh, you speak, Mr. Giant Gaping Mouth Thing. Greetings, delicious flesh thing. By enchantment, I am required to grant you assistance instead of peeling the meat from your bones. Thanks? Gratitude is not required. If my mind was free, I would burst your fragile skin and devour your warm innards. Can I ask about the town? The town is Sepulture. Few live here now, as many endless have retreated to the comfort and gloom of the mausoleums. At noon, when the Neuron star is bright, some of the endless bar their doors and retreat to their coffins. The light hurts their feeble eyes. What places can I visit? The Queen of Silver resides in the Castle of Ribs, at the top of Sepulture, though she will not be interested in the weakness of your mortal flesh. The rotten coffin will serve your kind with beverages and bedding. It's in the center of town. There's also a shop with trinkets you may find useful. The moldy cauldron is closed at noon. Okay, I'll be going. Quickly. Door needs a key. House for sale, Sepulture. Tired of living in a tomb? Sick of death of rats nibbling your feet? Look no further than the bustling house market of Sepulture. Don't worry about the gaping void above. That's just the sky. The charming single-story house is available to purchase from the Moldy Cauldron, shop of the Sepulture High Street. Though in need of renovations, the property could be upgraded to rival even the best mausoleum tombs. Alright, so there's the inn. That's house stuff.
Ah, Breather, welcome to the Moldy Cauldron. You're my first living customer in months. Or has it been years? Time flies when you're my age.
I'm looking for the Duchess.
Ah, yes. Everyone's heard of the Duchess. Only I don't think anyone's seen her in years. Last I heard, she was flying around with that crazy bunch of breathers. What were they called? The dull stars? The dim lights? Anyway, her family manor is to the south. If you're looking for her, I'd head there. But I hear the place is crawling with magical skeletons, so be careful.
Let me see what you have for sale. A rusty bow, shroom wine, thinking cap. Hats of this kind are valued by wizards other than wielders of the arcane. Aha! It's a lore cap. I will take that, actually. Endless furnishings. So yeah, we'll take the thinking cap so I can upgrade that for lore. I'll buy the sepulture. Sure. I'll buy the endless furnishings. Why not? Summoner's earring. This macabre accessory grants power over the dead, allowing its wearer to summon an additional skeleton in battle? Okay, so there must be spells that summon things, because I had no idea. So, you know what? Sure, we'll buy it. Slow. And then, just because... here, take this remarkable treasure. You can also have the rusty greatsword. Above you is potions? I don't know how to get that one. What a save. Nice mask. I do like how part of the people here are just ghosts. Ah, the rotten coffin, my favorite haunt. The ghost looks quite pleased with itself. You dare not think how many times it has told that joke.
I never entered the mausoleum, back when I was breathing so long ago. But I knew I could never leave these trees. The air smelled so... Well, I can't recall how the air smelled anymore, but it must have been good. So I dawdled and the mausoleums filled up. And the thing about being endless, see, is that the pain dulls everything. And hedonia set in. Pleasure seeps away, and these old trees only mock me now.
The Endless lurks in the corner, keeping a watchful eye on the other patrons. Get lost, Breather. You are not interested in what I'm selling. Maybe I am interested in what you're selling. He studies you a moment. Well, if you say so. I didn't think so until now, but, well, you said you might, so I believe you. A mortal with a deviant appetite. Alright, listen up, because I'll only say this once. And if you breathe a word of this to any of the Queen's lackeys, I'll see to it that you are next on the menu. So, I'm a broker for sentient flesh. The thinkin' stuff. You see, most endless feed on penitent dolls' mindless meat. It's seen as more ethical than eating your kind. But I'll be damned if it doesn't taste like slop. So of course, there's a black market for the stuff. So how about it, Breather? Fancy a taste of your own kind? Actually, I changed my mind. He chuckles. Thought as much. But remember, Breather, you say anything about this and it'll be the last thing you say. I'll be going. Okay, that'll probably be like the room for later. Alright, let me get a drink and then I will read this. I'll be right back. On Remembrance by Cheerius, 1278. When I was 10 and 2 years of age, while exploring in the forest of Verdant, my brother and I stumbled upon a clearing full of fleeting starlights, that long extinct flower that bloomed just once a year. My brother stood smiling amid those flowers. In one smooth motion they rippled around him, each unfurling their petals in some ancient rhythm. Tiny droplets, emitting a pale white light, drifted upwards like frozen tears. For a moment, the whole forest seemed to be full of them, glittering in union, reflected in my brother's eyes. But this memory, like so many others, is little more than a dream. I can recount colorful prose, but further details escape me. What was the color of my brother's hair? What did his face really look like? What was his name? For all of us endless, Verdant exists in this dream state. We fill our memoirs with elegant prose, but we argue over the details. It has been hundreds of years since our lungs could swell with that sweet air, and between then and now, between Verdant and the realm of the endless, there is trauma that stains our minds like spilled ink. I can recall another memory of my brother. I see his face, covered in blood. I see his mouth locked in a silent scream. I see raging fires reflected in his eyes. For that was the day I devoured his still living body. If Verdant is our dream, the years of devouring are our nightmare. Though we stage plays and write novels of what happened then, few speak of our personal guilt. That hunger, that rage, that blood mist. The remembrance comes to us in pangs of sorrow. But there are yet others who deny this tragedy, who justify their hunger and their deeds with flimsy arguments. Those who would revive the cadaver crusades and see us feast upon flesh once more. Those who have allowed themselves to forget. So, reader, I beseech you, do not languish in the sweetness of your dreams if you are not willing to recall the horrors of your nightmares. We all carry a burden of guilt. To deny it is to relinquish the last shred of our humanity, and then we are truly lost. So even though you forget and you might have blocked out what it was like eating people back then and how, the kind of shit that we did, always remember that there's a reason why we stopped ourselves from eating real people. What is this? A breather? Marvelous. Please stay here there a second. Let me jot down some notes. Is your skin always that damp? Do you ever forget to breathe? What does it feel like when your hair grows? Apologies. This must be quite overwhelming. I'm a playwright, down in the mausoleum, you see. But the scene has become so stagnant. The past century or so, pre-endless historical dramas have been in vogue, except us writers never leave our tombs, and I'm convinced our work is still full of inaccuracies. It's funny, the things you forget. The history books never mention the little things. Alright, did you remember when you would get, colds or there would be allergies and you'd have to blow your nose and it'd be full of mucus? Yeah, I remember that. Oh my god, we completely forgot about that part. Do you remember what it was like to blink? Oh, that's right, blinking. Please describe it in more detail. I must say, lordship can be quite a curse. I own the deed into the mines in the southwest. Between you and I, it's worth a fortune. But a few months ago, it simply ceased to produce, as if out of thin air. I'm sorry to hear that. I've been to those mines recently.
Ah, you're familiar then. Splendid. Now, I sent a couple servants down to the mine, see what the matter is. As you'd expect, they both split on me, took their pay, and disappeared. Every day that my mines aren't operating, I'm losing gold. What a mess.
Tell me more about the mines.
Ah, forgive me. I am Romulus Carrion the Seventh, Lord and heir to the southwestern tract. The land I own are rich in resources, the finest in the world. I employ merchants who sell them for me. Even the crown buys my ores. My mines are to the southwest. The ores are our value export. From ore stones fetch a devilish price in the Clockwork Kingdom. I've likely owned my mine since before you were born. Though I don't involve myself much in its going-ons, there are people beneath me who are handling those trivialities on site. Breather, perhaps you could look into it for me.
For a fee, of course. He scowls.
I'm afraid 20 gold is all I'll offer. I'm afraid. Tight at the moment. The mines are on the southwestern edge of the region. The elevator is likely out of operation, but you can make your way down by a series of bridges. Return when you've solved this fiasco, and I'll produce a suitable reward. You have my word, Breather. Every day that my miners aren't operating, I'm losing gold. What a mess.
I've been to the mines. Here's what I've seen. After hearing half of your story, he interrupts you.
You're just complicating things, believing all their commotion about crystals. The truth is simple. Those greedy miners have stolen my mines. Breather, go back and tell them at once. These mines belong to me. You'll be rewarded handsomely on my honor. Every day that my miners aren't operating, I'm losing gold. What a mess.
Alright, well, I must be off then.
Hey, there's actually some weird shit going there. I don't give a shit. Just destroy it all.
You got it, buddy.
In days past, I fought with Lord Riddler in the Cadaver Crusades. A rider, with Red Rider in the Cadaver Crusades, we would feast on the flesh of mortals such as yourself. He smirks. Nothing personal, you understand. But such days of glory are over. Now I must eat the mindless slop penitent Thor brews up in those flesh farms of hers.
Yeah, I don't need to really upgrade anything right now. Although I could upgrade. Yeah, here we go. Arcanus hat to a modest Arcanus hat. And then I can upgrade that to the Arcanus hat. 30 lore. Veritable thinking crown. Practically an entire arcane education can be had just by popping this on your head. It's also devastatingly stylish. There we go. Alright. Now I have a plus 30 whatchamacallit hat, plus 30 charm hat, and a plus 30 lore hat. If I really do need lore, I can just slap it on my head. Why are you putting Data's brother on your head?
Oh, a mortal traveler, unusual to see one of your kind within the realm of the endless. It is my pleasure to welcome you to the Castle of Ribs. Pray tell, my friend, what brings you to our kingdom?
Insatiable curiosity.
Ah, I am familiar with that drive to discover, that raw, unbidden need to know what lies beyond the horizon. I traveled a little in my own youth, you know. Some many hundreds of years ago, when I had a beating heart. The sky realms were very different then, let me tell you.
How were they different?
Well, this was only a century after the world rend. Everything was in a state of flux. Every day, new kingdoms were blossoming and dying like winter roses.
Can you remember what caused the world rend?
I never knew what caused it, but I remember the searching flash that seared the sky. I remember the impact which shook our tombs and scattered the islands. Back then, the Endless were one of the few peoples in the sky realms. It got a lot more crowded after that, with all the refugees.
Tell me about the wonders.
Why, of course. Have you ever seen a god? I saw one once, drifting through the fog. As vast as a mountain, dozens of eyes, each as bright and round as the moon. When I saw it, I opened my mouth, and the most beautiful hymns spilled out. I can't sing under normal circumstances, but my voice was like honey and thunder that day.
Tell me about the horrors.
I would rather not recall such things, but I saw an entire town consumed in silver flames, while laughing priests circled about like vultures. I saw a conscriptor harvester pulling screaming men into its maw and turning them into mindless engines of war. I saw a library whale pulled slowly apart by iron hooks, and butcher archivists scribbling through its guts for forgotten tomes.
Fascinating, but I wanted something else.
I'll answer your questions to the best of my ability.
Do you have any theories of the Entombed One? I seek an audience with the Queen of Silver.
Alas, the Queen isn't accepting visitors at this time. Or at any time, really. She is withdrawn. Most days she will speak to me and me alone.
Perhaps I can put her in a better mood?
I doubt it, but I suppose I have nothing to lose by letting you try. Go ahead. If you can raise her out of her depression, I will be, without exaggeration, eternally grateful.
The Seneschal stands aside, allowing you passage deeper into the Castle of Ribs. No, you don't seem to have rotted much. As the Queen casts her gaze upon you, you are overcome with a wave of melancholy and profound. It almost drives you to your knees.
Oh, hello. I'm afraid I am not receiving visitors at the moment. Please talk to my seneschal and leave a message at the sound of the beep. He will attend to you faithfully.
What seems to be the matter, Your Majesty? Ragged lips peel back from long yellow teeth. She seems to be attempting to smile.
You are a curious one, aren't you? But I can assure you there is nothing out of the ordinary. Put quite simply, I am feeling the same as I did yesterday, and the same as I will tomorrow. 200 years ago, you would have found me in this same castle, in this same seat, feeling the same way I do now.
Sounds boring.
I left boredom behind a long time ago. I exist now in tranquility, and have no desire for your pity.
It sounds like you don't exactly have a busy schedule. I have any questions, Your Majesty.
Oh,
Good. What do you know of the Entombed One?
I believe it is my father. After the ritual to grant him immortality went wrong, he fled beneath the castle and got lost within the twisting passages.
What if I went down there and tried to stop him from shaking the island apart?
You are welcome to try. I believe my seneschal has the key, but I don't expect you to succeed.
Are you sure it's him?
I know it in my bones.
Other questions, Your Majesty.
I see. Well, you may go ahead.
What do you know about the Entombed? Some of my can I ask you about the Endless?
My kingdom, I will oblige.
How were the Endless created?
A ritual, masterminded by my father. Ancient history. I wouldn't want to bore you with it.
No, please, tell me everything.
I'm sorry, but it's not a tale I'm fond of telling. Ask me something else.
How long have you ruled over the Endless?
Hundreds of years. I forgot the exact number.
These earliest days were all fire and war. Blood-red grins in the black of night. Hushed meetings over crudely drawn maps. We were young, then. We did not call ourselves the Endless. All we knew was that we were hungry.
Where are your attendants, your court?
No attendants, no court. I sent them away long ago.
That's all for now.
I see. Well, you may go ahead.
Some of my questions are more personal in nature.
If you must.
Tell me about your father.
My earliest memories of him sitting atop his throne, looking so grim while I sung for him. Then I hit a particular high note. His dour face broke into such a broad smile. It was like magic, like the sun had risen over a cemetery. In those days, I would kneel beside my bed and pray to a goddess whose name I have now forgotten that my father would never die. I was too young to know that gods pay no attention to the prayers of their people.
When was the last time you interacted with a mortal?
Let me see. Some years ago. I forget how many. A mortal came to the castle of Ribs seeking to become Endless himself. The seneschal was not able to dissuade her. She barged into the throne room, much like you have. I turned her away, as I turn all such pilgrims away. We will add no more to our numbers. Thaw must be the last.
Do you have heirs?
No need for heirs. I will be here forever, and the Endless cannot have children.
I have a question, Your Majesty.
I see. Well, go ahead.
Yeah, my other question is nothing else. Show me a secret passage.
Hail and well met, my mortal friend. How may I be of assistance today?
I seek an audience with the Queen of Silver yourself. Can I ask what the Endless goodbye? Do you have any theories about the Entombed One?
Ah, yes. You have experienced one of the recent earthquakes. A terrible business. I have reason to believe that the Entombed One is a lingering specter of the Hooded King, getting his revenge on the kingdom that left him for dead. Someone needs to find him and persuade him to abandon his vendetta. By force, if necessary.
I can try.
You would do that? I would be in your debt. Here, take this. It is a key to the crypt beneath the castle. The Entombed One is somewhere down there.
Wow, this is quick. Can't wait for there to be a roadblock in the way. Alright, so there's still some places that are just locked off to me still. But if I can go to bed and wake up at noon, some of these guys guarding their stuff should be gone. Oh shit, I never read his thing before. Hold up. Hey, look, the breather's back. How's that air taste? I'm looking for the Duchess. Do you know her? The Duchess? She's hard to pin down, that one. Few folk have seen her since she came back from the gallivanting around with pirates and mercenaries a few years back. Rumor has it she's holed up in her family's manor that sits at the southern edge of the Endless Realm. But good luck with arranging a visit. She's a powerful cipher wizard and has a whole host of magical countermeasures to stop common plebes like us from wandering around her grounds. Can I run to bed? Great, I've been told it's real comfy. But seeing as you're the first to sleep in it for a good few years, the mattress might be a bit rotten. Just sweep off the maggots and you're good to go. Anyways, that'll be 2 coins. Here you are. Thanks, breather. Just following the stairs, it's up top there. Wow, only 2 whole coins. I've been blowing 5 at the Clockwork Kingdom. I love the undead now. Oh, alchemy's up here. I guess we'll... Time skip to noon. But let's see. Does this count as noon, or did I need to go one later? This is noon. Oh, a person's here. Once I finish breaking into the store, there we go. Modest treasure.
After a long and wearisome journey, I'm finally here. The ancient kingdom of Verdant, now twisted by cruel cipher into the land of the endless. But it seems as though the rumors are true. They really do shut up shop when their neuron star is brightest in the sky. Alas, I was hoping to get a potion of blister obliteration. My feet are killing me.
I mean, honestly, sounds like a pretty good potion to have. I haven't gotten a blister in a while, but they do suck. Well, I guess I just used the key. Speaking of keys. Oh look, it's my house now. But there's nothing here. Let me put some effort into the machine. House not built, unfurnished. Yeah, we'll build it. Garden, annex, and top floor. Well, let's just get it built. Also, I'm looking for one of those teleportation devices here. I know I have a quest that wanted me to connect one in every area, but I haven't seen one here yet. Wait, this guy was a store? Yeah. I do need to come back then. I didn't think he was a store. I thought he was just talking about whatever. Well, later. Well, I doubt we'll finish off... Oh, there's the teleporter. I see it. Hanging across the bridge, of course. Oh, and there's the cartographer for here. The scholar has one eye pressed to her looking glass, her face crumpled into a grimace.
What a wretched place, eh? Even the trees barely cling to life. I cannot fathom why I was sent here, of all places, to make this damned map. Why must we chart these isles? Does the Academy plan to start grave digging? There's naught else to do.
About these cipher charts I'm making, I have cipher charts to hand in.
Excellent, yes, these will do nicely. The detail here is impressive for one of your limited experience. Please take this as recompense. And it looks like you've completed an entire map region. Well done. I'll throw in some extra coin for your efforts.
Farewell. Whoops. Oh shit! Pew 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 pew. I didn't know you were here, skeleton. Alright, well I need to go back around to where I was. Ooh. Because now that I have that key, I can open up that one door I couldn't get into. And there's probably going to be something else that stops us from just, like, taking out her father, but... if that even truly is what's going on down there. Very nice designs for the undead enemies, though, I do say. Are all the enemies so far. Hello, giant vampire mouth door. The door smiles and extends its fangs. Only those loyal to the king may pass. Allow it to drink from your wrist. The door sinks its fangs into your wrist. It drinks and drinks and drinks until your legs feel weak and your arm is numb. Finally, it releases you. Your blood is tainted by treachery. You may not pass. Okay, so I need to get my blood not treacherous. Gotcha. And that probably involves going back to the going back to them and asking what he means by that. In a second. What is up here? No, just the potion. Just lockpick the mouth, duh. Don't you actually no, Stormpike? I don't need a lockpick. I need a toothpick. That will let me get through. Imagine being a giant mouth and a door and not having bad breath. Do you actually okay, I think that'd be fun. You actually have, like, a giant mouth on a door, but there's gotta be somebody who comes down, like, once a week and brushes its teeth. Got some giant cavities in it. Oh yeah, vampire with cavities. The blood, it's just stained so much. That is why I use Crest the White strips. 1 strip, 2 strip, Oh, not just a cave. Ooh. Oh, that's a poison. I'm gonna say, is it a fine throwing knife? Nope, just a poison one. Want more bombs. Lamp oil. Rope. Trying not to make this joke every single time. Okay, so this looks like some place that you can dock later. That's just a whole island floating out there. Unless... What if I... Slap little leech in the back of my head. Is there actually a pathway? No, damn it. I mean, it might... So, it wouldn't have, like, particles of stuff in the door's mouth, but do you think there'd be bacteria in there? Do you think its teeth get wet? Is there a tongue? Would it be, like, do you clean it? Do you take, like, a little bit of Clorox and you wipe it off? Would it be a bad taste in its mouth? Can you poison a door with a mouth by pouring poison into the mouth? I was going for that, like, to shoot it, and I went, wait a minute, that's not a... that's not an enemy. Ooh. Big mausoleum. Oh, maybe this is where the Duchess is? Whose house will be crawling in skeletons? No, 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 you can't come in. Go away. Who are you? My name's Magar, and I don't care who you are. Get your own crypt. I paid for this one, fair and square. Let me in, Megar, please. No. Needed 60 charm, okay. I don't have, who are you? Tell me more about yourself, Megar. No. I don't have time for this. Borrow from the other side. Alright, so I need how much speech? I need 5 more charm. 5 more points in charm to be able to do his thing. Okay. My hat's already on. I don't think there's a... I mean, I think a luck potion increases that a bit. But I don't think there's like any other items that... Elixir of luck. They call the elixir lucky despite it being more of a magical stimulant. Does beer increase my charm? First, let's put that there. Alright, let me drink the beer. You're feeling mildly tipsy. My charm is 57. I need 3 more charm. So I'll go into my lucky potion. And I'll drink one. And that brings me to 62 charm. No, you can't come in. Go away. Why won't you let me in? Because I paid for the exclusive right to live in this tomb. I'm meant to be feigning death, not entertaining visitors. Go away. Why are you feigning death? I'm repenting for my immortality. If I demonstrate my commitment to the true death, my ferryman shall carry me to an afterlife of my choosing. Who are you? My name is Magar. Let me in, Magar. There's a long pause on the other side of the door. Then a sigh. Fine. You hear the sound of the bolt being drawn back. The door swings open. Damn. Somebody, exploded over here. Yeah, well, I'm sure you did the best you could. This is quite clearly not a normal endless. This Mygar is a ghost, and the original Mygar who locked here is nowhere to be seen. What are you looking at, mortal? You're a ghost. What? Poppycock. I'm flesh and blood, just like you. To demonstrate, he points to demonstrate his point, he waves an arm in front of you. It passes right through you. He smirks at you, apparently believing he's proved his point. I think you were eaten by a catacomb worm. When you say this, the ghost's eyes go blank. He stares into the distance for a long moment, then jumps back with a shriek. He backs away, staring up at a memory that only he can see. No, please! Ferryman, save me! Save me, no! He curls up into a ball, sobbing, and won't say anything else. Hello? The ghost's eyes go blank. He stares into the distance for a long moment, then jumps back with a shriek. He backs away, staring at a memory that only he can see. No, please, Herman, save me, no! Once again, he curls up into a ball, sobbing. How many times has he relived this moment? Oh, sorry about that, Mr. Ghost, but, thanks for letting me through. Aha, see, and now I can level up. And now I can put my skill point into Persona. Or not. No, I'm not there yet. Never mind. Ring of Potency. The ring increases the potency of potions. Many alchemists utilize magical items such as these to save every drop of utility from their concoctions. Urn of Anguish. Ooh, that's 2 of them I've gotten so far. Quick, you must collect all the Urns of Anguish.
must return the urn. Slabs are overrated. Return the urn.
Let's see. Is there a... Huh? Oh! Oh, yeah! Just like in that one place, in the one manor. The paintings are just in fake doors. Oh, that counts with some of the wall things here. Oh, God. Oh, God, that's gonna have to... Alright, well, I guess I'm gonna have to walk into every wall from now on. What if this one could be fake? What if this one could be fake? What if this one is 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 fake? Oh. There is secrets here. Delightfully devilish, Seymour. What do you mean that wasn't it? Then what did I change? Oh, no, it was, here. Oh, which is the back end of this wall. Okay. Boop. Well, luckily, the potion that I used when it increases my stat by 1 increased it by 5 points, which was enough. Ironically, the extra 2 points I got from drinking the booze didn't matter. But the potion, exactly when it mattered, even without the boost. Alright, so that's a giant-ass place for... I mean, I did find some neat stuff back there, so... Okay, so far no one's talked about the giant flying dragon. So unlike other games like this, I'm not a stealth archer. I'm a run up at you and shoot you archer. No stealth. No terpenes. 100% crystal dead vodka. Hey, you're supposed to throw those, not use them inside. That counts as indoor. Oh, this is the flesh farm. Wait, are we moving or is... No, it's just moving the tray. When he turns to you, you can see his eyes are obscured by 2 large golden coins. He lifts one of them and appraises you swiftly before dropping it back into place. Don't get many like yourself around here, life lover. Can't remember the last time I saw a person with their own nose. He taps his own hollowed out nostrils. An earthworm squirms within. What are you doing here? Why, I am tending to the flesh farm, of course. Someone got to. All this flesh ain't going to look after itself. Can I ask you some questions? Ask away, life lover. Are you still loyal to the Hooded King? What? The old king? I barely remember the fella. No, sorry. I wouldn't call myself loyal to him. What do you know of the Entombed One? Well, he's entombed. I know that much for sure. Is that it? Listen, whatever's down there, I don't want to piss it off by speculating about its nature. It's huge and it's powerful. Hopefully penting it all with the Queen of Silver where someone can send it back to sleep. And if it does wake up, well, I'll worry about it then. That's all I wanted to know. Sure, anything else you want to know? Now, who are you? Name's Maggotston. Used to be called something different back when I was a breather, of course. Forgotten what it was exactly. During the wars, I didn't have a name at all. Was just a walking bag of hunger and spite. Then 200 years ago, I became a flesh farmer, and suddenly I needed a name again. Maggotston sprung to mind on account of all the little wigglers I got hatching in my skin. Why are you wearing this coin over your eyes? To pay the ferryman, of course, when my time comes. Do you have to deal with attacks by catacomb worms? When you say the final two words, Maggotston twitches so violently that a golden coin falls out from his eye. He snatches it back up hastily. There! Don't go saying their name too loudly, breather. My mate Reg says they can hear their name across 100 miles. They'll show up just to spite you. Did you say this was a flesh farm? Vital work, mate. It's vital work. Without the flesh farms, we'd be back to the old days, relying on life essence stolen from the living. All that is relic of the past and now. What do you actually do here? Most important bloody job in the whole bloody kingdom. Not that you would know it by the pay. I tend the flesh. It's all alive, you see, but mindless. I hose it down, connect the feeding tubes thrice a day, snip off weird growths, comb it for parasites. It's not glamorous work to be sure, but without it, we'd be out there in the warships again, killing you living folk. And I've done enough killing in my time. Is there anything else about working in the flesh farms that you dislike? Well, most worshippers of the ferrymen have gone to live in the mausoleums now. I'd have joined them in a heartbeat, but my work here is too important. Shame, though. Actually, I had other questions. Ask away, life lover. Okay, I think I get it. Sure, anything else you want to know? Goodbye, Maggotston. See you around, breather. Okay, so is this just a giant living hunk of flesh, I guess? Oh, you are gazing upon a vast mass of heaving, quivering, pulsing flesh. It is utterly featureless, apart from the occasional callous, weeping sore, or stubbly vestigial appendage. As you stare, you hear a voice in your head. You are like me. The voice fills your skull without bothering to pass through the intermittent air. A colossal, mind-fracturing sound, like the explosion of a star. Who are you? You breathe, you sweat, you eat, sleep, excrete, correct? I suppose, what of it? You are like me, a living thing, unlike the dried-up husk who cannot hear me no matter how bitterly I scream. Are you referring to the Endless? Is that what you call them? Vicious little fleas. So I can hear you because I'm alive? Correct. I speak in words of flesh and life. Your blood pumps my words from heart to mind. I am the way of all flesh. I have a simple question for you. What is the meaning of life? You were created by the endless to serve as a source of life energy, to learn, to make a difference in the world, to laugh and sing, to dance, and do what you love. Life has no meaning. Well, I don't think it's asking what its purpose in life is for. To learn, to make a difference in the world, to laugh, sing, dance, do what you love. Laugh, sing, dance, do what you love.
Understood. My directive is to maximize pleasure.
I think that's not quite what I...
This is most useful. I had wondered why I had all these nerve endings. But if my purpose is to maximize pleasure, should I minimize pain?
Pain can make you stronger.
But our directive is not to become stronger, so we shall avoid pain where possible. Can you talk to the endless and stop them from feeding on me? It causes pain.
I'll talk to Maggoton and see if we can find a solution here. There's no solution here. How long have you been self-aware?
Over 100 years. Although in the early days my thoughts were very simple and often illogical. I knew I didn't like pain, and that was about it. I have been getting smarter every year. I imagine that soon my cerebral capabilities will be quite better than the streamer reading this verse. Will be quite frightening.
Goodbye.
Come back soon without the silence is deafening.
Yeah, you're kind of the only thing that's stopping a horde of zombies from attacking everybody again, so... Yep, kinda fucking sucks to be you. Hello, breather. What brings you all the way to my farm? Did you know that your flesh farm has become self-aware? Ah, that's funny, mate. You are right. I'm serious. The flesh mass has been communicating to me telepathically. What? Are you being serious? Of course I am, you idiot. Yes, and it wants you to stop feeding on it. Ah, and what? Did it sing you a song? Did it whisper sweet nothings in your ear? It's been self-aware for decades, but only the living can hear it. Listen, mate. This still sounds like a joke to me. But if you're serious, go talk to Penitent Thaw. She created the flesh farms in the first place. She's clever. She'll know what to do. Penitent Thaw is in the sanctum just above us, up there. Thanks, Maggoton. Go talk to Thaw, mate. Yeah, I'm not going to tell them to stop feeding on it right now because... I mean, if we have some other way of ending their society, sure, we can end it that way. Like, we can make all the undead permanently die. Whatever they're kind of doing now kind of sucks. And even if they are killed, they become ghosts that just kind of still exist, so... even when the body's fully gone, there's no way out. The rotted woman advances towards you, her robes trailing along the ground. Nearby is a floating cage, inhabited by a twitching, gibbering corpse. The cage drifts closer to you, gaining momentum.
Hang on, stand right there, don't move a muscle.
What? The cage corpse opens its mouth and begins to sing a giddy melody. Your shadow lifts from the ground and wraps itself around your knees, bearing you down to the floor.
Why have you come here? Are you an assassin? A thief? A rival mage seeking to steal my secrets?
Who are you?
My name is Penitent Thaw. Some call me the greatest living mage in the sky realms. Personally, I'm not sure I'm truly alive, but the rest of it is right. So you better answer my questions carefully. Are you an assassin? A thief? A rival mage?
I'm chasing someone from the Dark Star Company.
Dark Star, eh? I take it you're after Vela Colossae.
You know her?
Only by reputation. Unlike the rest of the Endless, I actually make an effort to keep up with the affairs of the outside world. So why are you chasing the most dangerous mercenary in all the Sky Realms, exactly?
I've been forced to by the Inquisition.
Interesting. They must be desperate indeed to be trying to get a pawn like you to end of the board.
She makes a dismissive motion with her hand. As suddenly as they came, the shadows recede, leaving you free to stand up.
Go on, but make it quick. I'm growing bored.
Are you Lord of the Hooded King?
Before my time, when I arrived in the Kingdom of the Endless, the king had already been missing for a century. Why do you ask?
A magic door is asking for loyal blood.
Is that all? If you don't mind waiting a bit, I'm sure I could whip up a convincing sample of counterfeit loyalty.
Sorry, I'd rather not risk it.
Suit yourself.
About those vats of flesh down there.
The flesh farms? A fine invention if I do say so myself.
Do you know that the flesh farm is becoming self-aware?
Interesting. Elaborate.
I conducted a lengthy conversation with it inside my head. I can only speak to the living, but it can speak. I can only speak to the living, but it can't speak.
What level of intelligence are we talking about here? Did it exhibit any unusual traits or particularly alien preferences?
It seems to have become obsessed with feeling pleasure, somehow. Only that it doesn't want to be used as a food. Obsessed with feeling pleasure, somehow.
A hedonist? Not good. Anything else?
Only that it doesn't want to be used as a food source. It's lonely. It seems remarkably intelligent for a lump of flesh.
That's worrying. Listen, mortal. What you saying should be impossible. But if you're telling the truth, we have a problem. If the flesh farms are becoming sentient and don't want to be eaten, then, well, the Endless will no longer have a moral way to sustain themselves. It could mean a return to the bad old ways.
Oh no.
Oh, yes. Before I came along and created the flesh farms, the Endless sustained themselves by waging bloody war on the other islands and eating their enemies. It was called the Cadaver Crusades. Ever since they stopped, a few mad old bastards like Lord Ryder have been punishing them for their return. Have been pushing for them to return.
Why would anyone want to go back to that? But surely the Endless have changed since then. It's still easier to eat from flesh though, right? But surely the Endless have changed since then.
Circumstances change. People don't. And if circumstances go back to how they were...
So what should we do then?
Most importantly, we need to kill the flesh farm that's developed sentience. It might be the only one. There are dozens of flesh farms in the kingdom buried underneath the mausoleums, and we don't want this infection to spread to any more of them.
Good idea. Honestly, kind of good idea. That's murder.
What are you, a lawyer? In addition, we need to ensure that Lord Ryder never hears about this. Have you told anyone else?
Only Maggotston.
You fool! You needed to go check on him. At once, go!
Oh, is he spilling the beans? Does Maggotston want to eat people? Oh. The ethics of eating flesh. Maggotston has disappeared. You notice traces of blood on the floor. This could be Lord Ryder's doing. You should visit his estate on the cliffs to the southwest of Sepulture. Well, shit.
You again, mortal. I presume you have...
She sighs.
Questions?
I have questions about you.
Well, keep it brief, mortal. I'm a busy woman.
That's all I wanted to know.
Humph. Well, you're going to natter about anything else?
No, goodbye. Alright, well, I guess you don't want to tell me to tell you about him. Alright, let's see. What else do we have right now? What is at the end of this? Some items, of course. Nope, you can't break them open with that. Hello, stamina. Alright. But that's not his manor. Is that the manor all the way over there? Because I also need to get to the ex-mercenaries. They should have a manor somewhere as well. Yeah, it's definitely how to get there. Okay. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, the loading screen. Whoa. The loading screen is really messing with the world here. Oh shit. This music's back. You are hereby entering the domain of the cadavers. Only those loyal to the cause will be granted entry to Cadaver Keep. Hey, I'm glad this music came back. This has only been in one other place. So if these are oops. Oh, okay, this is actually that is the bridge back to where we came from. Okay. Say that we're actually going to go into our potions, chug down a stamina. Don't want to risk my stats dropping. This statue stands in a memorandum to all the endless who lost their lives in the Cadaver Crusades. All creatures are permitted to follow their nature. Be they predator or prey, none should feel shame for their instincts. I love it when the Final Fantasy arpeggio shows up.
Alright, old man, tell me everything.
Boop. The Endless is cleaning a handful of teeth with dirty rag. How's it going, breather? Excuse me? The man picks up the teeth one by one and slots them into his gums with a squelch. Sorry, breather, I was cleaning my teeth. He smiles at you. Despite his efforts, his teeth don't look very clean. Not often we get one of your kind snooping around Cadaver Keep. What can I do ye for? Can you lower the drawbridge for me? He shifts, suddenly nervous. Why do we looking to go in there, breather? Nothing for mortals behind that drawbridge, I assure you. Charm. You think just because I'm mortal I can't share your interests? The Endless eyes you up and down. Well, I'll be a mortal with deviant tastes. Now I've seen it all. Very well, we've no reason to turn away your coin. I'll call for him to lower the bridge. Well, that was easy. Thank you, merchant hat. The most valuable of items. Although I kind of do want to kill all those undead down there. Although, I don't really know how much I'm actually killing them, considering they can't die. Even they don't have human bodies. Oh man, look at all that explosions down there. Now, here's a meat bag for you. You fool, I'm slowly backpedaling away from you. You could never catch me. Oh yeah, first try for the room of everything. Got a skull, got some fine ore, and a death veil to make more elixirs. Ah! Almost stepped on that. Yeah, they didn't have any of these in the Clockwork Kingdom, huh? Oh, is this a I need to kill something to open door? Or maybe talk to that guy? Alright, this is just the other way around. Every single time I bring out my bow and I see I have just more ammunition than I had before. Oh, I thought that was going to be perfect. There you go. Now I got it. Aha, you thought because I asked for the drawbridge to be lowered, you thought I wasn't gonna just murder everything in the courtyard anyway. You were right, I do have deviant tastes. The taste of murder. Yes, yes. Endless my ass. Oh, I actually could have gotten that. Yeah, we got it. Okay. Trying to judge what arc it actually goes on. Took a while. But it kind of like steered into me. Making it a lot easier to just aim the reticule and pop it. Yeah, I'm still not trying to make these jumps. I don't think that's possible yet. There's either something you get that will do that, or maybe it's just something you on the sky ship. The brutish endless blinks at you. Stop right there. I'm not allowed to let anyone down in the meat processing. And I'm not allowed to let anyone it's called meat processing. You're doing a real good job there. I'd like to enter your door, please. The brute shakes his head. Nuh-uh, only meat is allowed down there. I am the meat. Look at me, nice and fleshy. Never met such friendly meat before. But okay then, you can go down. Well, little do you know, I've already been there. What would you say if I already told you I already was in there?
It's over, Anakin. I have the low ground.
Knock, knock. That's not a knife. This is a knife. And this one, 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 and this one. Yeah, they consider me hostile. Yeah, of course they consider me hostile. I'm just massacring them for no real reason. Endless. Oh wait, no, the endless royalists have accepted me. Okay, never mind. The endless loyalists like me because I'm killing all these guys. Okay. There is no other faction of the Crusaders, I guess. Damn, they really don't like the queen, huh? But yeah, so these people just really want to go back to fighting and killing and eating people again. But here's the thing I don't get. Or maybe this is what's happening, right? So they keep saying they're in lots of pain and don't really feel living things anymore. But they also mention how eating the farmed meat doesn't taste good. Is eating flesh the only things that gives them a sensation? Because let me tell you, I know that there's people out there who can be vegetarians and vegans, but if there was a section, if the only food I could eat that tasted any good and everything else had no taste and was just meaningless drivel, you know what? I might kill some people for it too. Imagine if I had a kill for breakfast sandwiches, I would do it. There's these other big islands out there. Definitely can't wait till we get an airship. be able to explore each of those little islands. It's going to be neat to get to that part. And this is just if I took the other door? Yeah, okay. Going up or down? Oh, it's gonna go up. Ooh. But first, let me in. Ooh, yes, a third piece of Emberian. I can max out a weapon of my choosing. Oh, is this the little hut near the mines? Oh, magic device, you say? Well, well, well. Let me just put on the right hat. Ha 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 ha. Alright, what else do I need to touch for that? Aha. Secret candles. Got back that elixir of luck and some more fine ore. But no, this isn't the cave. That's a revival spot, right? Wait, no, wait, what? Where am I? Oh, we're back down to the... Okay, this is just a quick way out, but we're going back in. We need to go to the top of that tower. And, of course, put my thinking cap back on. Oh, and an alchemy station right behind it. The lift needs a key. Okay. Well, that put the damper on things, huh? Oh, hey. Oh, wait. Wait. Let me attach our little friend. There we go. You know what? Might as well. Just in case he drains it all. I think the path exists even if I can't see it, but I don't remember. Ring of Featherfoot. The ring prevents damage from falling. Oh, okay, excellent. Often used by acrobats and burglars alike, no fall is too great for the wearer of such a charm, though it is always advisable to make sure one can return from whence thy plunge. Okay, that's a nice one. If I wanted to just yeet myself off. And live! And live! Okay. Alright, but I need a key to continue this. So I've massacred this entire castle for no reason. No reason yet. So how was I supposed to talk to him about what's his name disappearing if I wasn't supposed to go to the castle and then have to fight everything? I guess that is why this is here. So you can warp out and back again real quickly. You don't have to go the whole way through. Okay, so this is the very entrance to their grounds. I have to find some way of... the crypts are guarded by a fang door, which only permits entry who's loyal to the hooded king. You should ask the seneschal about this. Will you put your faith, or will you find a way to destroy it? The ethics of eating flesh. Maggotston has disappeared. You notice traces of blood at the floor. This could be Lord Ryder's doing. You should visit the estate on the cliffs to the northwest of the sepulchre. Okay, well, I've kind of done that. But I didn't really get an answer I was looking for. And yes, I did knock. I gave a hearty hello. What is this place? Why, it's a stronghold of the cadavers, breather. You'll see, years ago, when the cadaver crusades were in full swing, we used this fortress to launch our assault on the living. Our knights would haul in wagons of mortals, squirming and writhing together in their own filth. In those days, we'd have banquets of flesh every night, our goblets running with warm blood. He smiles at you, seemingly unaware that this might make you uncomfortable. But you don't eat mortals anymore, right? Oh, of course not, breather. By decree of the queen, we eat only the mindless meat from penitent Thor's flesh farms. Now, if you hear an endless boasting about how he's been eating into the thinking stuff, they didn't get it from us, you hear? No, siree, we've nothing to do with them black market shenanigans. Where does the black market meat come from? The thinking stuff? No, not that I'd know, breather. But if I were to take a wild guess, I'd say you could get living flesh from all sorts of places these days. A smart, endless wood broker deals with all sorts of unscrupulous mortal types, trades with smugglers and ruffians for corpses, or with morticians who have a scruples of clients, a surplus of clients. Of course, what with the Queen having outlawed all such flesh trade, flesh farms notwithstanding, I wouldn't really know anything about any of this naturally. I'll leave you to your business. Alright, well, I gotta go in again and see if there is anybody who would... Does anybody want to talk? He yells at an empty castle full of bodies of people he just killed. Excuse me, does anyone want to have a conversation here? But yeah, if I need a key to go up, I mean, I guess I need to find a key, and that's just not part of the quest. It's just, yeah, of course you need to find one, you idiot. Oh, also, let's do the... I'm going to put my point into Persona. That way I now have... there you go. Now I now have 60 charm with my hat. So... hell yeah. Yeah, I'm just gonna guess that I'm gonna need to do something else that gets me up there talking to him. Unless... yeah, that's the secret way around. You don't interact with these to, like, activate a secret? No. No, okay. I am gonna just have to figure out how to actually go and interact with that then. Alright, well, I'll talk with the Seneschal again about the loyal blood, since that, I mean, that's not really the main quest. The main quest is to find this person to get to come back, but maybe it does tie into that. Just like in the Clockwork area, there's several quests that tied into a main route. This castle might end up being a main route, and getting to this guy is solvable by multiple means, assumably. But half does it? Oh yeah, the loading zone. Yep. Wait, did I get turned around? Yeah, I did again. There we go. Particularly mind-bending. I almost missed you. To me. I did get in here, right? The door's just shut now. I guess I did not. Skill too low. Not with this hat, it ain't, buddy. Ethereal Fletch. Shoots a tightly coiled bolt of magical energy to damage a single foe. The spell makes a particularly versatile weapon because it's unusually quick incantation. It thinks I'm magic. Whatever the threshold it is for making him roar, I'm hitting it constantly.
over to that one. That's where the teleporter is. Every day that mines are an oh yeah, you. Pretty sure you go in here too. Yeah, but he's gone right now anyway.
Hello, well met, my mortal friend. How may I be of assistance today?
Do you have any theories about the Entombed One? I asked an ordinance with the King of Silver. There's a fanged door in the crypts that won't let me past.
Oh dear, that sounds like one of the Blood King's little tests. The Hooded King's little tests. I thought we found and dispelled them all. You'll need to find someone who's so loyal to the old king and convince them to give you their blood. Not an easy task, I appreciate.
Could I use your blood?
No, I'm afraid I would definitely be considered a traitor by the spell. You're better off looking elsewhere.
I assume his daughter isn't going to count either. As the queen casts her gaze upon you, you are overcome with a wave of melancholy so profound. Yeah.
Greetings, mortal.
Greetings, mortal. Did you have more questions? Personal nature. No, okay. She does not count. Alright, time to start asking every single buddy in the kingdom. Hey, you loyal? I don't think random people here are going to be the the ones of choice. Damn, I need to get back up there so I can move that drawbridge. So it's connected with being up there. Yeah, that seems to be the only way around, is to get up there somehow. So this is just going back to the mine. Okay, so that's just a large... I need to find some way of getting around there. Like that whole thing just leads up.
So this entire chunk of mountain I'm going around doesn't really have a way up it? There's definitely got to be something in there. No, just back around to where the mine was. Well, considering I haven't gotten any other information about the mine that's down here, the only thing I know is either join it or break it. So I guess we'll have to do one. Alright, well the giant floating... Ah. But yeah, the giant floating, the giant crystal statue. Don't know exactly what happens if I join its side. There's not really that much information. It's just kind of like, whatever. But doing the ritual could be fun. Or am I just deluding myself? Hey, you know what? Ring of stamina, ring of health. We'll just go down the original way. I was gonna put on the jumping ring and just jump, but you know what? I can still do that. Actually, hold up. There you go. Don't need my stats having. But yeah, this has been a Siding with Godlings playthrough, so fuck it. We're doing it again. We're gonna join it. I don't know what it is, but we're joining it. Pledge your loyalty to the Crystal Goddess before putting in the ritual. Which alerts is, are you sure with this choice you want to make? Such a pact cannot be broken. Sure. Perform the ritual hand signs and devote yourself to the Crystal Goddess. Visions cross through your mind of geometric threads, converging into the statue's heart. Immaculate webs extend in all directions, weaving through your veins of the surrounding rock. You see the cosmic totality unified through her. The goddess sees you too, with that caressing gaze of hers. She sees all things. My beautiful child, you will retain yourself because you have another purpose. I have set an even finer role in the tapestry for you. I will guide you now. Take this with you. You feel something move inside your bag. Looking inside, you find a small parcel wrapped neatly in flower petals. Thank you. Epic crystal shard. A silver. A silver? You mean sliver? Yeah, I think it's supposed to be a sliver of genuine epic crystal. This treasure harmonizes your body with the island's network of crystals, ensuring that when you use a crystal point, your health is restored. Oh. Okay. That's neat. So when I go to the save crystals, I'll heal. So what's your intention? You sculptor, you have to end this madness. Okay, so I assume it's you join her, you get this item. You don't join her, and you just destroy it, and then you get paid by the guy with something. But this is a neat curio. You just go to save and you just get your health back. Doink, join her. Never. Already joined. Can't stop me. This is I'm just gonna go along with it for the honestly, the way I've been doing this run, I might just let Vela Colose get the thing that rewrites reality and let her do it. I like the one god of the plague. Not the plague, the god of the farmland. Even if he's going to turn the people and mutate them into slightly bug-like creatures, he at least makes sure that they constantly have food. The Clockwork King, instead of destroying him, I made it where the Clockwork King was only rewritten, and hopefully he's still in good enough shape to make everything continue working. And I just sided with the Crystal Mommy, so... Honestly, this is the do normally what I wouldn't do route. Sweet. Now that's active. I mean, honestly, if I also play my cards right, I can free the flesh monster and have the undead go and kill everybody. Do the opposite of what I normally would do. Yes, fight for my amusement. Now die! Ha 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 ha. Yeah, didn't he also say that there was like invisible pathways or something that would let me... I know he did at some point. But I don't know where he meant. Maybe there actually is some if I look here with my... the slug in the back of my head. No. No. That one undead did say something, but I just have not seen what it's meant by it. No extra routes or anything like that. get that teleporter up and working. Whoa. Alright, well, hopefully it's the last time I have to run this far over here. Again. Down there, there's just nothing to mark. Gotta find some way to get here. It says there's a road? No, that's water. Yeah, there's no roads up there besides that drawbridge. So unless I find something to bring them to the drawbridge, and I've already been behind the waterfall. There's not like a path there. But we'll check again. Nope. So I need to find someone who actually will who have the blood of a loyalist. I need to find a way of a key to get up to the top of the one guy's tower, so I can ask him about. Yeah, this is just here. About killing the guy and continue the sentient meat plot. So that's two things I'm not that sure of. But maybe it'll be something here in the town. And then I also need to find a way across that drawbridge, which is seemingly impassable. Unless, I guess I never really went this way around. Yeah, okay, I just didn't go this way around. Oh, the dragon stops on top of the tower. Oh, so you can speak to it. Cool. Ooh,
I want to speak to dragon. Screw activating the teleporter. I want to speak to it. I want to speak to it. Oh, it's starting to hurt from holding down shift with my pinky. Hello. The great creature looms overhead, engulfing you in blasts of putrid warm breath. Though the creature's mouth does not move, a voice creeps through your mind like a choir of whispers, somehow deafening in their unison.
You are fortunate, morsel. You are tasteless. This worm has no interest in your flesh.
Who is this?
We are a collective of thoughts trapped within the mind of this worm. We are endless, a lingering echo of this worm's victims, devoured from within our crypts. It is rare to speak with a morsel such as yourself. We have waited a long time for such an opportunity. Will you help us with a certain task?
Perhaps, but I have a question first. Did you say you were why do worms eat the endless?
Worms are ancient creatures sustained by magic. While we endless escape death with a lingering spell that flows through our blood, so worms are drawn to us like insects to nectar. They feast on magic, while we are made of it. As their jaws crush our bones, our lived experience courses through them. They bear witness to our sorrow, our sadness, our suffering. They do not understand it, but they are addicted to it. Perhaps this is penance for the horrors we committed in the Great Devouring. The irony is not lost on us.
So, about this task.
Let us explain. We share a body with this worm, but we do not share its hunger. We are, after all, a remnant of its victims, and its feasts do not bring us pleasure. We are powerless to stop the worm ourselves, as we can exert only a limited influence on its body. But there may be a way to pacify the creature for a time. We would simply need a delivery.
A delivery of what?
We require the urns of anguish sealed deep within the mausoleums. They contain the cremated remains of many endless, who were long ago buried by the living. A cruel fate as their consciousness lingers, but with no body to provide sensation. The endless trapped in those urns exist in a perpetual darkness. So if they were to join us, it would perhaps be a better fate. The sealed urns have not yet escaped the worm's nose, but the ashes are of such magical potency. We are sure they would satiate the worm, and the mausoleums would be left in peace. Bring us 3 urns of anguish and you will have our gratitude. 2 reside in the mausoleums, a 3rd is elsewhere. We know not where.
Well, 2 of them are with me right now. Can't I just slay the worm? So is there some reward?
We maintain a sliver of control over this worm's body. We feel a treasure lodged in its throat. accidentally consumed in the last feast. Perhaps we could dislodge it.
Alright, I'll keep an eye out.
Thank you, Morsel.
Okay. So basically the worm keeps eating the undead, trapping their consciousness in itself. There's a whole bunch of, and that also explains it, even if you were undead and you were killed and you were burnt, even in the war, your memories and all that other shit is kept with your ashes in your body. Your, for better lack of word, soul is always trapped with you no matter what. Even if your body is completely destroyed, your soul is still trapped there with whatever remains of your body. So if we feed the worm the remains of their body, the remains of those people will be stuck inside the worm with the rest of them, so at least they have some form of community. And the worm won't be hungry anymore because it'll have such intense direct sorrow and anguish that it won't be hungry for a long time, and it won't just eat random undead people or eat random endless. Aha! Made it up. Can't stop me. Oh, who's throwing bone at me? Oh, you're throwing boner. Oh. There's a big growth in the tree. Makes sense, actually. So there's there's that away crossing the cavern. But then there's that, which is either, I think it's another mausoleum. I also need to find the mansion of the lady for the main quest. Ow. I knew you were there. Get knifed. Nice. This is the third, oh no, different. Lock bug. This lockbug will weaken a lock's mechanism, making it locks easier to pick. While the lockbug species is known for its love of intricate environments, this one has a cipher etched into its carapace to make it a thief's best friend. And there's the last Urn of Anguish. Okay, no, my lockpicks. I know, like, if you go the other way, you get the main item is the thing that makes lockpicking easier, and if you go this way, it would make you do all the lockpicking to get to the thing that makes lockpicking easier. And the other way is just like, yeah, kill a couple things. Alright. So I can do the worms quest, but that's probably something good for tomorrow to finish off. Just run that back to it. So right now, what I want to do is I want to... Alright, so that's someplace we definitely need to go later. But I want to connect ourselves back to the castle. Oh shit, no, 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 no. Oh, wait, whew. I'm like, oh, I don't want to fall all the way down there again. No, you can't make me. I activate you. Teleportation device. Which means I can finally do this. Take me to the Erudite Academy. Natalia looks preoccupied with a complex crystal gadget. Welcome back. Let's keep this brief. I have plenty to do. I activated those portals for you. You did? Excellent work. And I'm guessing you're still in one piece. No severed limbs or appendages? Wow. What are the chances those old hunk of junks would actually work? I mean, of course they worked, and I can't thank you enough for finding them. Here, take this. It's the least I can do. What did I get? I didn't see the corner, I guess. Did I get a key? Did I get like potions or something? Advanced time. Oh yeah, that's right. Remember that spell. Oh, now that I got all those teleporters open, I want to go to the Clockwork Kingdom. Because I want to go save up in my house. Yep. Interacting with save crystals fully heals me because of that boon. Let's build the workshop. Yes. And then take a nap. Alright, we're all saved up. We got all the teleporters on. Gonna hit the save crystal. And this is where we'll pick up tomorrow. We'll head back to the Endless Realms. We'll try to find the main plot from the Darkstar Mercenary. We'll hand in these jars to the worm. And then we'll also need to find out how to get back to the guy. And finally actually find out somebody who's loyal, who the Thing's blood will take. And then we also need to find out the guy who's was working with the flesh pit, and to find out if there's anything to do with him and the people who want to go back to killing and eating people again. A worm has worms. Alright. So yeah, I'll be back again tomorrow. We'll continue this. We'll see if we can get the Endless Realms done and see what the game comes up with us next. Anyway, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Pick right back up where we left off.